Welcome to the Slow X podcast. This is an archery-based podcast. Um, Started by me, Nikki Haverstock. I'll be working with a few other people that I'll introduce later on. But right now, I'm in a weird situation, which is I can't test everything until I've uploaded an episode. So I decided to go ahead and upload an episode. If you used to follow the Slow X Archery podcast on a couple years ago, same idea, little different implementation. I wasn't able to keep that one up, and so I decided when I relaunched it to go ahead and just start fresh with all new episodes. My goal is to really talk about archery in a way that focuses on sustainability, like let's be smart about things. If you're not familiar with the name Slow X, it comes from the phrase better a slow X than a fast miss. And it's just the idea of like, let's get the ego out of archery. Let's stop worrying about doing things that are impressive and focusing more on fundamentals. I have a background in sports psychology. I've been an archery coach and competitor for 24 years. I have a master's in sports psychology. And I'm just really passionate about like how people learn the sport, how people sport in general, but also specifically archery, how we continue to have longevity in the sport is one of the really passionate things because we have so many talented archers who come onto the scene, especially in their teens and 20s, do amazing and then kind of burn out and disappear. And I think how much better would the sport be if people were able to stay in it, either um, at a competitive level, at a just fun level, recreation level. They stayed and they passed on experiences, but there's not a lot of money in the sport. There's also not a lot of opportunities to share what we know. And so I just wanted to kind of champion those ideas. So, who is our core demographic? Well, hopefully, archers, people who are currently competing, who are just interested in having someone hang out with them during their drive or um, walk or whatever. I'd like to also thank other archery coaches. One of my favorite things to do at an archery tournament is to talk shop with other coaches, books they've read, theories they have, drills that have helped them. And the archery season is very short and we're very busy during it. So I thought, hey, let's kind of bring some of these discussions online. I'd also like to think maybe archery parents who want to get a better sense of how to help their child, their competitor, like how do you cut through? Everybody's got these really strong opinions about how things should be done. How do you know if you're working with the right coach for your athlete, all that kind of stuff. Anyone who likes a sport, anyone who's thinking about getting into competition or anything like that. So open-ended, some things that I'm going to try to do this time is I'd like to bring on more guests. I will also be launching a YouTube channel, so thank you for watching if you're on the YouTube channel. A little different demographic than podcast listeners, so this will be a great opportunity, to kind of do some different things. I'd like to have a little bit more consistent schedule. If you listened to me the first time around, it was kind of hit and miss trying to get people to fill in, so we're gonna try to get a little bit more consistent schedule. And, I'm gonna be doing some research, some sports psych research, and I thought, what a better opportunity to really put that immediately into work than to share with, people who might be interested in knowing what the research is saying, how does it apply to our sport? Where do we question this research? Where do we need to push back and say, "That's great in the lab, but that might not be true on a competition field?" So, I'm just excited to get this going again. I'm going to go ahead and get this episode uploaded so we can start getting it onto all of our channels because there's this weird catch 22 where I can't get the podcast onto certain places until I have an episode. So, going to dive right in. We're going to keep it short and sweet, and I hope you will join me as we move forward. Thank you. Bye.